Hey, good morning. It's Michael Jeff, Yoga Lounge. I want to just talk about something that happened in the last couple days, and trying to paint a definition or a picture of a lot of the things that I talk about. And for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Michael Jeff, and this is the Yoga Lounge channel. It's been around for about 5 years. Maybe not quite 5 years. I'd say about maybe 3 years, something like that. Anyway, so I've always talked about, and I stress, to be calm in every situation, to let your feelings be known as to what they are, and then let it be said, and then let it roll off you and forget about it, and then move on to the next thing. And this is a lot of the stuff that I've talked about in some of the yoga classes, and in general in life and meditation, and how to create a harmonious environment around you. So here's what happened. I'm going to paint a picture of what happened yesterday to me, and so it's kind of just an off-the-wall message this morning. So I've had some tooth work, some dental work that's been done lately. I have to have some work on my teeth, and but they have a process. This particular dentist that I went to, and they say that well, we have to do it step by step, and we're only going to do what your insurance, as they approve it, then we'll do it. But we're going to, we have to do it little by little by little. And of course, this dentist is a very good dentist, and he's almost painless. And so that's why I continue to go to him over the last 7 years. And so this is what happened. So we've had about 2 or 3 different appointments in the last, and about 2 appointments ago, they proceeded to do, Michelle, I said the dentist proceeded to do, I wanted to have the tooth in front crowned. So I get into the chair, and all of a sudden they're working on the other tooth. And I says, what are you working on that tooth for? This is the tooth that needs to be done, the one that's right in front. He says, well, that one's not authorized yet, but you need to have all the other work done. So I said, okay, being so I need to have them done, then let's go ahead and do that. So at that time, I was cordial about it, but I spoke my mind and proceeded and did the work on the other tooth. There's a root canal and a gingivectomy, which they said I needed. The insurance wouldn't pay for. And then I said, do I really need the gingivectomy? And that was another $200 or $300. And I don't know whether I needed the gingivectomy or not, but I did the work on the other tooth. I still didn't get the work on the front tooth. So this was 2 appointments ago. Then a similar situation happened on the following appointment. They said, well, that one hasn't been authorized yet, but you still need to have the other work. And so we're going to do the tooth on the right. So they did the root canal over on the one on the right. Still didn't get the one in front. Still didn't get the one in the front. So I was nice about it, but again, I said, I pointed to the tooth that I wanted. I said, this is the tooth that I want, right in front. Pointed to it. They knew the one that I was talking about. He knew the one that I was talking about, right? Okay. I was nice, but I still said, you're the best dentist. I would never go to anybody else. Even though I was upset because he still didn't do the front tooth because he hadn't gotten paid for it yet. So here we are, and I'm just walking today, and I'm just having a kind of a run-of-the-mill conversation with everybody on typical things that happen in life. And how to deal with, I teach on this channel, and I talk about, or other people that want to talk about, if they want to come on. I've set up a couple interviews and they haven't showed up, and that's people. But so anyways, I clarified it very clearly on the phone with them the other day, and I didn't want to have this work done really because I've had some other problems and I was not feeling well really, but I knew that I had to have this work on this front tooth It's almost half off. But it's still half of a tooth, and it's so. But anyways, it's something that I needed to have done. So they told me on the phone, "Yep, that's the tooth we're gonna do." I said, "Yeah, the one on the right, the one right here," and I pointed the one right. Your left tooth, my right, right? Is that correct? And she said, "Yes." So I went into the office. Okay. All right. So here we go. And I said, "Okay, before I sit down in the chair, is this the tooth that we're going to do?" The front tooth, right here on the right. This one, this tooth. Can you see where my finger's pointing? I said, "Yes, that's the tooth. That's the tooth that we're going to do." Have a good day. So I said, "Are you going to put am I going to get a temporary crown?" Okay. So, the dentist comes in. Here we go. All right. And the dentist, I'm not going to talk about who the dentist is or whatever. He's a very good dentist, anyways. And I'm going to continue to go to him. Maybe this might be the last time, though, because I don't like and just like everybody in all the business places and everywhere you go, people are like robots, and you're not talking to a real person, and it's almost like there's a third grade mentality among people. I don't know what it is. It's the dumbing down of society, and they don't get what you're saying. And I don't, and I know it's not me. I'm a very clear talker. I mean, I'm very succinct, but yet people, it's like they don't understand you. And I don't know, has anybody else had that situation? Comment in the comments below and let me know. So the dentist starts working on the tooth over on the left side. And I'm like, "What are you doing that for?" I wanted the tooth. They just told me, and I clarified it with them, that we were going to do the front tooth. This is the one that shows and needs. You just did the root canal on it 2 appointments ago, and you told me that that's the one you were going to do, right? He said, "Oh, no, no, no. Well, the insurance hasn't authorized that yet, and we can't, so we're going to do that." I said, "No, you're not." And so I got up from the chair, and I said, "I respect you as a dentist. You're very good, but I wanted to have that." I said, "We can always come back and do these other teeth. If you say that I need them, we can do that later, right? But I want to have this. If you're not going to do this today, I wouldn't have never come down here if you would have told me that." "Oh, well, you got it wrong, Mike." I said, "No, I didn't. When I came into the office, I said," and I pointed to the tooth, and she said, "That's the one we're going to do." So I kept my cool. I said, "Okay. Well, I'm not going to do this today. Somebody didn't connect the dot or missed the connection somewhere, and but we'll figure it out." So they got mad at me, and they turned around, and it was my fault. Like what happens a lot to many people, they kind of the corporate society, they turn things around on you, and they try to make it seem like it's your fault. It's not theirs. And they try to intimidate you. They make you feel like and most people just sit there. A lot of people do, some don't. They sit there like sheep, and they take it. They don't say anything back. And I espouse to always state your case, preach your cause. Try not to lose your cool if you don't have to. If you have to, then that's fine. Let it be done. Don't hold on to it. Don't harbor the resentment. Okay. So this really stirred me up. It created so much stress in my stomach. I mean, I felt so good before I went in. I mean, my whole digestive system, everything was working good, and it just totally threw everything off. But I still kept my cool. But I clarified with them. I said, look, and then I said, "You told me when I first came in the office, right?" And she says, "Oh, but I corrected myself. It was my mistake. So then she finally admitted, the girl, that, uh, she made the mistake, and she told me that it was going to be that tooth. But there was a miscommunication between the dentist and her. But they were going to actually go over and fill and drill and put a crown. I said, that tooth on the left does not need a crown, right? So why are you doing that? And they'll just try to pull anything and everything over your eye. People, I mean, that's what, so don't let people do that. You got to speak your case. Wherever you go, whatever you do, we have to speak out. Be a voice. Don't let yourself be intimidated, but always keep calm. What did, and this is what scripture teaches, this is what yoga teaches in the Bible. How did Jesus react? Always with calmness and with clarity, with scripture. That's how he reacted. I'm not saying that to react with scripture, but be succinct, be clear. When somebody wrongs you, let them know that they've wronged you. You have the right to. Don't take it. Don't say nothing, because then they continue to do the same things. And so they will, don't let their problem become your problem. So they'll figure it out eventually. It's between them and their spirit and the universe, right? So they'll figure it out between their inner soul. So you don't have to figure it out for them, but you have to let them know. So at the end of the story, I went home, and it totally changed. It did change my energy. I had a negative energy about me for a long time. It threw off the day, but I recollected myself. Took me a while, and this is what happens in life. Many people, all of us, we go through this every day where the world tries to throw us off. We think that we're right in the flow, and then something happens, and then it changes everything. So yes, and eventually, probably as soon as they get the authorization, I will do that tooth in front. Probably a lot of you can see the tooth right now. It's not too bad. I've got about a half a tooth there, but it's not. I mean, there's many problems that are much worse than that. But this is just an example. So, as one of the teachings, to show you. So, long story short, in the message, to deal with things, let your state be stated. Let your cause be caused. Let your action be an action of perfect right action. Don't take it don't get hostile toward people. I mean, you don't get physical, but speak your mind out. Let them know. You may never be able to win the argument. Isn't that right? We're never going to win an argument, especially when we come against evil. We're not going to win. So don't try. You're not going to win. But be who you are in the moment. Let it be known. Let it be known that you don't like it, and then move. But the most important point is move on. And so that's what we have to do. So I will see you all later. I'm checking out on this beautiful Thursday here in the morning. And Michael Jeff, take care. Have a great and blessed day. Bye-bye.